it out here. Trip, that's right. Trip it, finesse, that's right. Trip it, that's right. Trip it, and finesse, that's right. That's right.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is VShara. If you are new here, I go by Divine Life on this channel. Make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. I also have an Instagram page called SlayClassWithVShara, so I go into more detail about my classroom, about my lessons, the different things I'm doing, outfit of the days, all that good stuff on my Instagram page at SlayClassWithVShara. Alright, before I jump into this video and say another word, I want to make a disclaimer, I guess. I'm not bashing any school. The charter school is great. The public school is great. The only reason I left the public school is because I have a master's degree. They're paying me on a substitute teacher level. I felt like I could not belittle myself or the knowledge I gained from getting a master's degree to make probably like $12 an hour or something like that. I just couldn't do it. I had to dip, I had to bounce, and now I'm at a charter school. I love it. I love both schools. It was the only difference is they don't pay me for what I deserve over there. So before I say anything else, I'm not bashing either school. These are all my differences, and differences aren't bad. Just because I'm not used to something doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I just have not got used to it yet. So that's all I'm saying. So don't take my words and twist them and say, oh my goodness, she hates the new school because she doesn't know how to do. I'm not used to it yet. That's the only thing. So all of my
cousins, if you don't have a group chat with your cousins, then y'all not popping. Me and my cousins, we talk or chat every day, and it's like hilarious. And now we're talking about something. So if you hear my phone vibrate, sorry, it's the group chat.
But anyways, all my notes are in my phone, so I'll be looking down at my phone. So don't be like, why is she looking down at her toes? No, it's just my phone. Alright, so the first thing, the first difference for me is waking up earlier. Oh my goodness, y'all. I have to wake up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I have to wake up at 4:30 and be out of bed by 5 o'clock. You know how we all like browse on Instagram or Facebook or something. I think I'm going to take another fast from like social media so that way I can get my body used to like reading scriptures and the first thing in the morning, because I listen to scriptures like I listen to gospel on my way to work. But anyways, yeah, that's like the first major difference is like waking up super early, because when I worked at the public school, we didn't have to be there till 8:30. So I didn't have to wake up until about 6-ish, 6:30. Leave the house by 7:45 and get there about 8:30, 8:15. 8:30-ish. Here I have to leave the house by 7 o'clock. If I do not leave by 7 o'clock, I will probably be late. So I have to leave. No, what the heck am I saying? Scratch that. I have to leave the house by 6 o'clock to be there by 7 o'clock, because I have to account for traffic or anything like that, because I have to take a major interstate. So the difference is I have to be at the charter school by 7. I had to be at the public school by 8:30. So that's the difference. Next, the materials at the charter schools, like the desk and just like the materials they give you is a lot nicer than what the public school gives you. And granted, public schools have been around since our grandparents went there. So they're older. They're much older unless you go to a new public school. The public schools that I've worked at are a lot older. So they don't look new. They don't look new. Even when they remodel them, they still don't look new. So yeah, the charter school, it is a new facility or a new school, so it looks nicer, and it is a lot nicer. Oh my goodness, y'all. This took me by surprise, like when I found this out.
Your girl has to wear a uniform. At 27 years old, I have to wear a uniform.
No, but I'm not tripping. It is a little different, but I had to tell myself, like, hey, doctors wear uniforms. They have to wear scrubs. Nurses wear uniforms. They have to. So it's like, it's the rules. You have to wear a uniform. If I worked at McDonald's, guess what I was going to have to wear? A uniform. But it's just like, I'm used to at the public school waking up. What am I going to wear? Okay, a maxi dress with a jean jacket and sandals. Let's get it. Here, I have to wear a polo shirt or a collared like shirt with the school's logo on it with any bottoms, and your girl can't show her toes, so I can't wear sandals or any like booties that show your toes, which is like, I feel like we live in Florida. Showing your toes is just the norm. You show your toes. You wear sandals. When you go to church, you show your toes. Like when you go anywhere, you show your toes. Like, I mean, I could see like flip-flops from Old Navy. Yeah, don't wear those. But like cute little sandals or cute little booties that show your toes, I don't see an issue with that, being that we live in Florida. If we lived in like, where does it get cold? Like Chicago, Illinois, or whatever. I could see like, yeah guys, we're not showing our toes. This is not Florida. But being that we live in Florida, why can't we show our toes? Okay, that's not a big issue, but it's just like different. Like, I feel like you should be able to teach in whatever you want to wear. But hey, I'm not bashing the school. I'm just saying it's different for me. Also, I noticed the behavior at the charter school is very minimal versus at a public school. I'm not sure why that is. I have the same like age group, middle school. I'm not sure why the charter school is a little bit better behavior wise than the public school, but I never was one to have major issues with behavior anyways, so that part I don't know. But I just noticed that like there's not a lot of talking back or like rolling of the eyes, but I've only been there for 3 weeks, so I don't know. But I have noticed that like it's none of that at this school. Next is lesson plans, y'all. Oh my goodness. Alright, so in the public school that I was at, we got a learning map or a lesson map or some type of map. We got a map that mapped out our whole year. So it had every standard that we were ever going to teach on there. It had all that on there. So say we were teaching a standard. Let's just say we were teaching 1.1 or whatever. Whatever we were teaching. They'll tell you. I think my husband's home. They'll tell you, hey, you're teaching 1.1 for 2 weeks. Here are some stories that you can incorporate. Bam, here you go. Here's your lesson essential question. However, at the charter school, they don't tell you that. They give you like the standard that you're going to teach, but you have to go find your own resources and implement them in your classroom, which is like, I'd rather somebody tell me, hey, read this book, pages 3 through 30, and then you can read this story, pages 31 through 35. Like, I like for somebody to tell me versus like me have to find my own materials, because it's just like, it's too much on me. It's too much. I have to go find. I have to read. I have to do. Like, tell me something. Give me a teacher edition. And also, I don't have a teacher edition at the new school. Like, I don't. Teacher edition just save your life because the questions are right there to ask the students and the answers are right there versus you have to like, it's just too much. It's just too much. But I'm gonna get used to it. I'm gonna get used to it. But right now it's just like, ah. Another thing that is different is ESOL. ESOL is a class where your students who speak a different language, they go to. However, at the charter school, they don't have an ESOL class. So those students that speak a different language, like Spanish, Creole, whatever, they're in my class. I don't speak a different language, which is kind of like, how am I going to help your student or your child if I don't speak a different language? Then that leads me to ask a student who does speak that language in there. So there are 2 students who are like working by themselves or like talking about something when I should be able to explain it to that student. Does that make sense? Now I have another student who's teaching a student, and that's not even their job to teach that student. It's my job. I just feel like I'm not doing my job because I can't speak a different language. So I feel like that those students should be in a separate class for a teacher who can help them, because I can't help them like they need to be helped. Also, a major difference, which I like, is that at the charter school, we are able to leave on our lunch and our planning periods to go to like get food or to go run to CVS really quick or wherever we need to go and come back. We're able to do that. Versus at the public school, once you got there, you could not leave. You were not leaving. So I like how we can leave at the charter school. Also at the charter school, they want me to do centers with my students. I'm not really a centers type of gal. That's kind of like just different for me. I'm a whole group teacher, not a whole group. I like for everybody in the class to be working on the same lesson. So say if we were reading a story, let's just take Mowgli's brothers, kind of like Tarzan. So we're reading that. I'll say, hey guys, I'm going to read the first page with you so you can get a foundation. Then with your groups, you're going to read page 3 and 7. Then we're going to answer the questions that are on the PowerPoint. You're going to answer them with your group. Then I give them an exit task. They do that by themselves. That's the type of teacher I am. I'm not the type of teacher that says, all right, group A, you're working on vocabulary today. Group B, you're working on the story today. Group C, you're editing an essay today. Group E, you're doing this. Group D, like, I just feel like I don't want us to be on the same page, doing the same thing. How I assess my students is by an assessment at the end of the week. So I give you a standard, see how well we do together, and that on Friday I give you an assessment and see how well you're doing. If I notice some students are not doing well, then I take those group of students and work with them in a small group on that lesson next week, the following week. I don't want us all to be doing separate things, because that just, to me, but I've never done it, so I'm willing to try. Let's give it a try. Everything deserves a try, so. Alright y'all, so the last thing I like about, the last difference is that public schools don't really have field trips anymore. They have one field trip, at my school, they have one field trip, which was at the end of the year, and they went to SeaWorld, but like not every student could go. It was too much money and things like that. However, at the new charter school I'm at, they have a couple of different field trips. They have a field trip, I think they told me like one was like $6, $16, something like that. So that's affordable for parents, and they're all excited about going. They're all looking forward to going. They're going to grad bash towards the end of the year, and they're also going on an out-of-state trip, which I hope I'm still able to go on that trip, because they said all the money was already due, but I would totally like to go to that trip. They're going to Washington DC for a couple of days, then they're traveling to New York for a couple of days and flying back to Florida. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. I feel like public schools should have more field trips, stuff for the children to look forward to. They don't want to go like skating and things like that. They want to do something exciting, like going to a fun spot, riding go-karts for the day or something, you know, just something fun that they can look forward to. Alright, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. These were all my opinions. Like I said, I'm not bashing either school. I love the public school I was at. I loved all the people that I came in contact with at that school, students and staff. I love the charter school I'm at. I'm so blessed to be there. Everybody has been so friendly and so nice and so welcoming. So I love where I'm at. The transition has been pretty smooth for the most part. It's just a few differences that I'm just not used to. But your girl's going to get used to it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Bye.